How's it going, guys? Hope you're all having a wonderful, have had a wonderful, or will have a wonderful Halloween. So as you know, usually I do reactions on Wednesday for the westerns or Fridays for horrors. But just with it being Halloween, I decided to do a little bonus episode. And I decided to do a rewatch of one of my favorite horror films. So I was there was a few that I was thinking about doing, like one was Scream, maybe The Shining, or maybe Nosferatu the Vampire. But I don't know, for some reason I was feeling Nightmare on Elm Street. But guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please give it a like and hit the subscribe button. That'd be fantastic. With that said, let's watch A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original. So there's a lot of things I'm going to actually throw out here now just on the rewatch, and hopefully in the comments you can kind of give me your opinion or your views. This, for example, I wonder, is this before he was burned? Because as we know later in the film, the mother takes the knives that he had used, so... But you can let me know in the comments what you think. Either way, it's a really great, strong opening to the film. He's almost purring with the way he's breathing there. Just so strange and just inhuman. That's another thing I have to say. I think the music for Nightmare on Elm Street is very underrated among horror films. Joseph Whipp, of course, who plays the sergeant in this. He played the sheriff in Scream. I think one of the most, for me, one of the scariest shots in the whole film is coming up here in a second. I'll point it out when it comes. It's this one here, as she's walking up, high up, and you just see him below. And you see the little shape of the figure. There's something for me about the distance, and it's like, what is to come? Even I love that, like, it looks like she's running really slowly, but that's just what dreams do. They contort what should be real and what isn't real, you know. I read somewhere that that guy, he was like a friend of Johnny Depp or an uncle of Johnny Depp or something. I don't know, maybe that's untrue, but I remember reading something about that in the first recital of the song. Oh, when I was very young, I always thought it was 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, he's gonna chop you up with sticks. 7, 8, he's at your gate. 9, 10, Freddy's back again.
I had a bad dream last night myself.
Do you have a nightmare too?
He doesn't answer that, but we never really know, do we? Well, obviously in the end we do.
But... I gotta go. I think there's been an accident out front.
Like, what is his mother taking distance?
I dreamed about a guy in a dirty red and green sweater.
See, he looks up there on that. That makes me think that he is having those dreams. And it's almost like he doesn't want them to be having the same dream, because that, for him, will make it seem even more real. That maybe... I guess Glenn is disposable, just you go out there.
On here, an orgy or something? Maybe a funeral, dickhead.
It's just a
Such an overreaction. Wes Craven said this actually was an experience he had when he was in college. He was just downstairs, and Bob just listened to his friend and his girlfriend just going at it. Nancy says she had a dream. Then Rod comes in and says he's had a nightmare. It's kind of an escalation, really, isn't it? More of them are having it. Amazing how great this shot looks and how terrible it looked in the remake. The CGI is just awful. I watched a lot of people react to this film, and they always complain about why would she walk out when this voice is calling her. This is the one film where you actually can get away with it, because in dreams you do things all the time that don't make sense. That's that silhouette shot. Every before you can hear the kind of a howl of wind as well. I can see why Robert Englund like had such relish the role though, you know, because he can go so far with it. And again, it's like, you know, people say, oh, why Roger Studdard did nothing, but like, he's still kind of trying to figure out what's happening. Like, he must be thinking like, what the hell is happening, you know? Ugh, God, just eviscerated.
Terrific. What the hell was she doing there? She lived there. I don't mean her.
I always wondered about that figure there. It was that kind of like a premonition of Freddy or something. God, that is just... God, what an image. And you know, it's like Jaws for me in some ways. Because, you know, like in Jaws, you can identify with being in the ocean. You can identify with having to go to sleep. So it hits on a real like, primal area. There's no hat in that shot.
Tina?
Why does he have green blood? So if she woke up because of the pain on the arm, why didn't Tina wake up then when Freddy was like cutting into her body?
How could somebody be under the covers with you guys without you knowing about it?
How the fuck do I know? I probably could have saved it. If I'd have moved sooner. It's just another nightmare. Like the one I had the night before.
He's really...
He had knives for fingers.
I think she'd tell him a little more about what's been happening to her, and maybe you see there, like, you really do feel sympathy for him. Like, he just got such a hard deal. Watch his girlfriend be killed. You know, I like Rod. I think he's a good character in it. What a shot! Like, you know. Why is she lying? I don't understand. Or just to do a version of that in Scream as well with Billy and Sydney.
Did you have any weird dreams last night?
Slept like a rock.
Glenn just doesn't seem to... Again, maybe he's denying it again.
No.
Do you believe in the boogeyman?
No.
Glenn? Are you still watching?
Yeah, so?
See, I think right now she's like drifting off to sleep. It's such an eerie scene here, just her watching him coming in, closing in on Rod. Sign of what is to come.
Help me, please. Save me from
Freddy.
Of course, Glenn's most distinct characteristic is just sleeping. God, Rod just died leaving people thinking he was a murderer. It really just gets it really bad in this Rod does.
But he who lives by the sword.
I think he was also in the third one, that priest.
But let us recall also.
I wonder did Rod's father hear her say this?
And he wears a weird hat.
You know, saying that Rod wasn't the killer.
You better keep her home for a few days until she really gets over.
I mean, wouldn't they be thinking like, what the hell? How the hell does she know about Freddy Krueger?
This'll help you sleep.
They,
Oh my God! Get something! I brought something out from my dream. Where did you get that?
when they see that, I'm sure they're thinking like, what the hell? It's a beautiful bridge.
Whenever I get nervous, I eat.
And if you can't do that, you sleep.
Used to. Not anymore.
Sleep? So, is he kind of admitting now that he's having bad dreams? See, he kind of just touches it and then goes away from it. I'd like to talk a bit more about
They got this whole
the
system
stuff with
called
Glenn
skills.
and what his situation.
Come down to the cellar with me and I'll tell you.
Why the cellar?
Trail of it out the door. Then lit the whole thing up and watched it burn.
Of course, there was a deleted scene where it said that her sibling, older siblings have been killed, and same with the others.
I even took his knives.
Why? Famous lines.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Glenn? Glenn? You just hear him snoring.
Midnight?
Wouldn't be surprised. Glenn, why did you lie on the bed, man? That was your death sentence.
Glenn,
I always loved this shot.
honey?
You just assume she's gonna wake in and he's gonna be... It's foreshadowing, of
Mr. New
course.
America's gonna be on tonight.
See that face on the wall there? I remember my cousin, she had one of those years ago and it used to terrify me. She must be kind of half asleep here because that's a dream You can hear him doing that. The poster of the police on the wall. Any character who has a poster of my favourite band of all time, they go up in my estimation.
Well,
I'm convinced, like, there's no way that's just his blood. I think that's like probably some of Rod and Tina's blood. Great shot though, you know, I'm not saying great shot. Not a stretcher up there, you need a mop. That for me is like is the most disturbing part. Like, there's so much blood in the room that is seeping through the ceiling. Home Alone must have taken inspiration from this in some form.
and now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
She's so brave, really. Like, I suppose she feels this is the only chance she has of kind of surviving. And
I'm crazy after all.
nope. Everything's gonna be alright. Get my dad, you asshole! Marv! So you're going, watcha, 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 watcha.
Maybe I better go tell the lieutenant.
If anyone is screaming like that, you go and help them, you know, regardless of what's happened or situation or anything, like, you know? This is an incredible stunt. Consider like it was the longest anyone had stunted been on fire caught on film or something like that. How did they actually miss him coming around though? Like literally, just as they went there, and he was.
I want my mother and friend again.
What?
I take.
Initially, it seemed like it worked. She just smiles. Yeah, you look terrified, but off you go to school. All part of the dream, I guess. I wonder, is this her dream and not Nancy's dream? Here, of course, the infamous. They literally had one shot and that was it. This song is amazing, and of course I'll have to stop it now. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed my revisit to one of my favourite horror films of all time. And hopefully I raised some points that maybe might get some good discussions going in the comments, you know, and get your views and your verdicts. You know, let me know if you have any favourite characters as well, you know, maybe let me know which is your favourite film in the series, because, you know, obviously I love the original. The second one has grown on me quite a bit actually, and I love part 3 as well. After that I'm kind of, it's up and down to be honest, but the first 3 I enjoy a lot. But yeah, let me know like which is your favourite in the franchise, and let me know where Nightmare on Elm Street would rank among your favourite horror films. But guys, listen, I hope you all have a really good Halloween, and whatever you're doing, whether you're going to a Halloween party or you're just hanging out at home or you're maybe watching a horror film or something, I hope you enjoy it. But until next time, it's long fall.